If you sit for several hours every day, your body gets very good at sitting. That's why adding simple movement exercises like this can be an important part of staying mobile. If you have stiff shoulders, this movement may feel challenging at first. That's okay. The goal isn't to copy a perfect demonstration. The goal is to perform a version of the exercise that feels controlled and comfortable for your own body. Point 1. You may notice that your arms don't travel evenly. One side might naturally move higher or feel tighter. That's common. Don't force the difference away. Instead, maintain comfortable movement and consider professional assessment if you have persistent pain, weakness, or a significant loss of movement. Point 2. If you find yourself holding your breath, when your arms reach the harder part of the movement, slow down. Take a normal breath and reduce the range. Exercise should challenge your body without making you feel like you have to brace excessively. Point 3. As you continue, focus on keeping your neck and shoulders relaxed. You don't need to push your head against the wall or force your shoulders backward. Let your shoulder blades move naturally as your arms move upward. The goal is controlled movement, not holding every part of your upper body completely still. Point 4. Another important detail is to avoid using your lower back to create extra range. If your arms become difficult to raise and you respond by arching your back or leaning backward, simply reduce the movement. A smaller range that you can control is more useful than forcing your arms higher.
Point 5.
You may also notice that your shoulders start moving toward your ears. As you raise your arms, if that happens, pause and relax. Lower your arms slightly and try again with less effort. Your shoulders should be able to move without creating unnecessary tension in your neck. Point 6. The wall is there to provide feedback, not to force your body into a perfect position. You don't have to press every part of your back, shoulders, and arms firmly against it. Everyone has different body proportions and mobility. Use the wall as a guide while keeping the movement comfortable. Point 7. As you practice, slow down the return movement. Don't simply let your arms fall back to the starting position. Slowly lower them while maintaining control. This gives you another opportunity to train your shoulder muscles and notice how your body responds. Point 8. You also don't need to perform dozens of repetitions. Start with a small number that you can complete comfortably. For some people, 5 to 10 controlled repetitions may be enough to begin. If that feels difficult, start with fewer. The goal is to gradually build tolerance, rather than doing too much too quickly. Point 9. If the movement becomes easier over time, you can gradually increase your repetitions or range of motion, as long as you can maintain good technique and remain comfortable. Progress doesn't have to happen quickly. Small improvements are still improvements. Point 10. Wall angels can also be combined with other exercises that support overall strength and mobility. Simple resistance band rows, for example, can complement this movement by strengthening the muscles involved in pulling movements. Walking sit-to-stands and appropriate balance exercises can also help maintain overall physical function. Point 11. Remember that posture is not just about your shoulders, your legs, hips, upper back, core balance, and general activity level all contribute to how well you move. That's why a complete routine is usually more useful than relying on one exercise alone. Point 12. Try to break up long periods of sitting throughout the day. Stand up, walk around, change positions, and move your shoulders regularly. Even a short movement break can give your body an opportunity to do something different from sitting. Point 13. And don't try to hold perfect posture all day. Your body is designed to move through different positions. The goal is to develop enough strength, mobility, and control to move comfortably between them. Point 14. If you experience sharp pain, unusual weakness, numbness, dizziness, or a significant change in your ability to move, stop the exercise and seek appropriate medical advice. And if you have a recent injury, significant joint problems, osteoporosis, or another condition that affects exercise safety, speak with a qualified healthcare professional before starting a new routine. Point 15. The goal after 60 isn't perfection. It's maintaining the ability to move, strengthen your body, and perform everyday activities with confidence. This simple exercise can be one useful part of that process. When combined with regular physical activity strength training, balance work and consistent movement throughout the day. Point 16. Another helpful habit is to pay attention to how often you change positions during the day. You don't need to wait until your shoulders or back feel uncomfortable before moving. If you've been sitting for a while, stand up, walk around, or gently move your shoulders. These small movement breaks can help reduce the amount of time you spend in one position. You can also use everyday activities as opportunities to move more, such as walking, while talking on the phone, or taking a short walk after a meal. The goal isn't to exercise intensely every time you stand up. It's simply to give your body more opportunities to move throughout the day. For someone who spends many hours sitting, these small habits can complement a regular exercise routine and make staying active feel more manageable. Point 17. You can also support better posture by strengthening your entire body, not just your shoulders. Your legs and hips help provide a stable foundation when you're standing and walking. Simple exercises such as sit-to-stands can help maintain lower body strength, while walking can support endurance and general mobility. If you're comfortable using resistance exercises, light resistance training can also be included in a balanced routine. Start with an appropriate level and focus on controlled technique. You don't need to lift heavy weights to benefit from strength training. What matters is choosing exercises that match your ability and gradually progressing when they become easier. If you're unsure which exercises are appropriate for you, especially if you have an existing medical condition or recent injury, a qualified healthcare professional can help you create a safer plan. Point 18. Another important part of posture is balance. When your body feels stable, you're better able to control your position while standing, walking, reaching, and changing direction. Balance exercises can be simple, but they should always be performed in a safe environment. Stand near a sturdy countertop, wall, or other stable support if you need something to hold a void, challenging your balance in a way that increases your risk of falling. You can begin with both feet supported and gradually progress. As your confidence improves if you have frequent falls, significant balance problems, or feel unsteady when walking, it's worth discussing this with a healthcare professional or physical therapist. They can assess your individual needs and recommend exercises that are appropriate for your current ability. Point 19. Finally, remember that better posture is a long-term process, rather than something you achieve in one workout. Wall angels can help you practice controlled shoulder movement, but they are only one part of staying mobile after 60. Combine them with regular walking, strength exercises, balance training, and frequent movement breaks throughout the day. Pay attention to how your body feels. Progress gradually, and don't force painful movements you don't need to. Become perfectly straight or hold one position all day. The real goal is to maintain the strength, mobility, balance, and confidence you need for everyday activities. With consistent, appropriate movement, you can continue supporting your physical function and making healthy activity a regular part of your life.